Greetings. So let's talk today about sexual harassment. You know, over the last month, it has just been an incredible thing where some of the most powerful people in entertainment and politics have basically had to resign or give up their businesses and basically move on because of how they have harassed other people. They took advantage of their position and authority and abused it, and suddenly they're all getting called on it. And it has gotten really, really ugly. Truth of the matter is, this should have happened a long time ago. It never should have been allowed to exist in the first place. And I'm just, strangely appalled at it all because mainly I have worked with women. For over 30 years, I've mainly worked with women. And I've never done any of the stuff that all these other people have been accused of. And, I try to figure out what is it that makes men in general think that they're allowed to do this. I'm not going to say that there aren't some women who do the same thing, because we all know there is. But I can honestly say this. I have never met a single woman in my life who has called me honey or dear or baby and meant anything sexual by it. Maybe that's a problem with me. I don't know. But I've never known any. But I've known a lot of men who have used those types of terms towards women. And the thing is, it's not like it's anything that they would use in any other time. For instance, when women are saying that kind of thing to men, they also say that exact same kind of thing to women. So it's a totally different thing. And I mention that because I've heard some men say, well, there's things that women say to us that are sexual as well. No, it's just your perception of it. It's just like it's your perception that because they're dressed a certain way that they want you. They don't want you. Most of the time, they don't really want anyone at the time. They're just dressing how they feel. Now, in the workplace, you have to have certain rules of decorum as it applies to dress. And I understand that. Obviously, if you're working at a hospital or you're working in certain businesses, you have to set a certain standard across the board. That's just how it is. I mean, I understand that part. I've had to deal with that. As a matter of fact, one of the things I did early on in a couple of places is said that I was not going to be the clothes police. So I designated one of my supervisors, who was always female, and said, okay, you're the clothes police. I'm not going to be the one. So I guess my thing today is to basically throw in a suggestion that someone else made. I don't know who actually came up with this first, and this is just for the men. Sorry to say, men, this is just for you. Anything you think you want to say to a woman first, think about Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock. And think about whether you would say that to him. Not as a guy, but just if you would dare to say that to him. If you wouldn't say that to him, don't say it to a woman. It shouldn't have to be that we have to go that far with it. But if that's what you need so that you know how to behave, then think of that. Otherwise, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You're going to end up on, the block, just like all these other people. There's another couple tonight who are taking some major heat. You just saw what was going on in Alabama with the sexual harassment of little girls yet. It doesn't matter. It just needs to stop. This is not an issue that's going to go away. Trust me on this one. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that it's time for men and or women, if it's women doing it, is it time for everyone to just stop? Or do you think that everyone's being a little bit too sensitive? You let me know. But my opinion is they're not being too sensitive. I've seen this. I've almost had to step in a couple of times. Matter of fact, I have stepped in a couple of times. So just let me know your thoughts. Hope y'all have a great day.